Hello friends, I am a Ukrainian who does not leave the territory of his country. I would like to tell you what is really happening at the front with the help of animation and the information that the armed forces of Ukraine give us. Support my work by liking it, and also believe in our victory. In a temporarily occupied Mariupol, there was an arrival of Kadyrov's men at the barracks, Mayor's advisor Andrushenko. It is noted that the wounded occupants were taken away at night in the direction of Donetsk. It was not easy for Akhmat to hide in holes. He was smashed in Bakhmut on the way to the city, in Mariupol in the rear. Go home. What are you doing here, you bums? Svativsky stretch. Katsabs announce an attack on Liman. Their artillery has been particularly active over the past week. There are battles near Dibrova and in Serebrny Forestry. The enemy is aiming to seize Serebrny Forestry and gain a foothold on the eastern bank of the Zherebets River. The same goal was pursued in the winter-spring campaign. There is no enemy in Torske. Most likely this is a mistake in social media. Bakhmut section. Fighting continues on the outskirts of Klishivka and near the CDD canal. Ukrainian armed forces control all heights around Bakhmut and continue offensive. In particular, Ukrainian forces advanced northeast of Robotyne, 15 kilometers south of Oryhove, northwest of Klishivka, 7 kilometers southwest of Bakhmut, up to 1.5 kilometers near Rozdolivka, 19 kilometers northeast of Bakhmut. Also, military expert Vladislav Seleznyov believes that the transfer of Kadyrov's troops to Bakhmut will do nothing for the occupiers, as they have recently disgraced themselves in Marinka and earlier in the Belgorod region. According to him, the Ukrainian armed forces took a heist near Klishivka and now have a good view of the occupiers in Bakhmut. Therefore, the enemy was forced to withdraw from some streets of the city. The airborne brigade lost a third of its personnel in 3 days. The general staff noted that the Ukrainian armed forces are advancing south of Bakhmut in the direction of Bilahora-Avdiivka and Bilahora-Kurdyumivka. In response, Russia is using reserves from other areas. The strategic reserve is already on fire at the front, and Ukraine has used only 30% of its armed forces. A large-scale Russian attack on the Volodymyr section near Avdiivka ended in the defeat of the occupiers. The Ukrainian armed forces destroyed up to 9 pieces of equipment. Russia deployed an entire airborne regiment near Soledar, but failed to stop the Ukrainian armed forces' breakthrough near Yakovlivka. Russian military correspondents report sad news for the occupation army. The Ukrainian armed forces have cleared the bridgehead in the area of Antonivsky Bridge. Meanwhile, Russian soldiers have retreated to the border of Oleshki, Kherson region, of the left bank of the Dnipro River. It was a titanic job, as the Russian army was covering this area with artillery fire without interruption. But our heroes were able to fulfill all their combat tasks. We are waiting for good news. In the Zaporizhzhia direction, the situation is much more difficult. There is a partial success, which was recorded near Robotyne. Ukraine has failed, -2 Bradley. What is unknown about the personnel? There is such a shot from the occupiers. We are waiting for further news.